All right, what is going on, everybody? Today we got pretty much chest and shoulders, maybe a little triceps. I did hit arms a couple days ago, so we'll take it a little bit lighter on the tris. But yeah, I'm already done warming up. I'm getting into my first couple working sets. We have this bench on just like a slight incline. It's probably like 15 degrees, something like that. So super small incline. Shooting for 10 to 12 of these. So let's just get right into it. That was a solid set. I think I got a nice little 11 there. So I got 4 total sets of this before we move on to our next exercise.
Good, because your money went up.
All right, come with that set. But for anybody that has been keeping up with my videos, and I know I said yesterday I was supposed to post a golf video. There's tons of reasons why I didn't. First of all, it was absolutely the worst round of my entire life. I'm not gonna bullshit anybody. Maybe I'll throw one clip in right here, but holy shit, it was the worst round. It was the worst round of my entire life. I couldn't bring myself to post it. I didn't get there early enough to like warm up or anything, so I just went straight into it, played 9 holes. Worst fucking 9 holes of my entire life. So that's part of it. Another reason, looking back at the footage, because it was like sunrise, the sun was coming in and out of the shot, so some shots were super bright, some shots were super dark, and it's just like, I had to keep adjusting the brightness on the camera to be able to see myself in shot or whatever. So that was annoying. I don't think the video would have looked that great. And then probably like the last reason was, it was pretty wet out there. So it just got to the point where like I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna stop filming. It's not worth it. But the main reason was it was the fucking worst round of my entire life. So I didn't end up posting it. Like I said, maybe I'll throw a clip in here. I don't know what the fuck was going on, but it was horrible. So I didn't post it. But we're posting a gym video today. We're doing something posting a video that I'm actually decent at. But let's go ahead and rip this last set of dumbbell bench and move on. Hi. All right, we're moving on. We're moving on to the Smith shoulder press. I wanted to just do a standard shoulder press machine, but it was being used, so it's not a big deal. We have other options that we can use. I just did this last week, so I didn't really want to do it again, but oh well, it's not that big of a deal. I already did one set. I got a plate and a 25 on each side. Sets of 10 to 12. feeling pretty heavy after that bench, but let's see what we can do. Damn, man. Anyways, more about the golf. I'm not the best golfer in the world. I'm not even close to good, but I don't suck. And normally I get at least a few good shots, a few good holes. This weekend was just not it. It was not it. Horrible, horrible 9. I think the other thing was too, I was like having to set up my camera, then take a shot, then grab my camera, put it in the car, set up my camera, take a shot, and it was just like, I was trying to move quick because you don't want to hold people up. You also want to hit your shot, but I also want to get it on film, and so I stopped filming after like the 7th hole, I stopped filming after like the 6th or 7th hole, which sucks because the 9th hole was my best hole. I almost parred it, or at least I should have parred it. You live and learn. Not that big of a deal. I just wanted to try to post something to stay consistent or back on the grind with this video. All right, next set. All right, last set of this. But before we hit this set, you know, one of the greatest things about being a small content creator is you get to see every single comment that somebody makes. And I don't really give a fuck about if people are being mean or whatever, but I do see them. I feel like I mainly get a lot of positive stuff, but sometimes I do get the occasional negative stuff, which comes with it. But I got a comment saying that I'm trying to be like Sam Sulek, and I was wearing a hat in my video, and the microphone was on my hat, and blah, 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 yada, 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 whatever. You know, these videos are very similar to his, and part of that's because his shit works. You know, you're gonna look towards things that have success, and you're gonna want to try to replicate them, and it may not be an exact one of one, you know what I mean? But you're gonna wanna try to do what the best of the best are doing, you know? And so yeah, my videos are very similar to his. I was making videos like this before I even knew who he was. So I guess that's the only thing I have to say against that. And as far as wearing a hat and putting my microphone on it, I hadn't had a haircut in a while. Now my hair's cut, it's trimmed, so I don't really need to wear a hat, but that was the only reason I had a hat on. You know, but at the end of the day, like, you're always gonna get compared to other people, and people are always gonna say shit, and it just has to do with whether you take it to heart or not. I enjoy all the negative comments. You know, I'm a pretty big believer on any publicity is good publicity, you know? So if somebody wants to talk shit and say I'm this, that, go for it, man. You're just boosting the algorithm, so thank you. But yeah, not copying, but I am trying to look at things from people that are doing well in the industry and try to replicate, you know. Let's go ahead and hit this last set on shoulder presser. I got messed up halfway through that set because I kind of had to burp. Oh, that was rough. Let's move on. All right, we're moving on to this chest press machine. There we go, change the angle a little bit. I know this looks like the one that I normally use, but it's a little bit different. It's got like a slightly different angle, and it's not that big of a deal. Again, somebody today's the day where people are using the machines that I like to use. Which is not that big of a deal. That's why there's tons of other options in here. But I'm sure most people, as you begin to find machines that you do and don't like, you typically gravitate towards them. So I'm definitely picky about the machines I use and the attachments I use, and that's just how I feel I get the best workout, you know? So I typically wouldn't use this one, but it gets the job done. I'm not training for perfection. I'm just trying to get a good pump in right now. So yeah, let's go ahead and hit this chest press. This is my second set right here. Let's go. I'm like right under a fan. This feels nice. Again, we're gonna hit 4 total sets of this. You know, as far as progression goes and how you can gauge progression, for the most part, you want to try to stick to do the same, relatively the same exercises, so that if you are starting out and you are relatively a beginner, you can see from when you first did an exercise how much weight you're doing at that later date. And it's okay to mix in variations here and there, but for the most part, you should try to be squatting every week to 2 weeks, deadlifting every week to 2 weeks, benching every week to 2 weeks, you know, something like that, so you can have a continual gauge to see if you're actually making progress. And then any accessory things like chest press, push downs, leg extensions, leg curls, you know, whatever. Switch those things up. Those will slowly go up over time. And if you want to track those, you can, but really if you just track your main movements, that'll allow you to have a decent gauge to see if you're making progress. That's why if you look at pretty much any video on my channel, on my TikTok, on whatever, you can see I always start with the same 10-ish exercises: squat, bench, deadlift, pull-ups, pull-downs, rows, you know, stuff like that. Because those are the most beneficial, most important things that I need to be doing to make sure that I'm maintaining, because that's currently what my goal is, to maintain my strength and my physique. So, all right, last set of this. All right, let's move on. All right, we are moving on. We're moving on to probably one of my favorite chest exercises. I don't do it too often, and the big reason is I need 2 cables, and I don't really like taking 2 cables, especially when it's busy. I say this a lot, but it's pretty dead right now, so it's not too big of a deal. We just got an incline cable fly. So you take an incline bench, put it in between 2 cable machines, lay back. You get a really nice stretch. Feels pretty good. So let's go ahead and give it a shot. So we come down to a nice big fly, get a nice big stretch, and then up and in together. You get a nice deep stretch and you get a really good contraction at the top. I'm just gonna do 3 total sets of this, and then 3 total sets of a front raise, and then that's it for the day. You know, I always see, like, scrolling through Instagram or scrolling through TikTok, whatever, you get like these videos that'll pop up of people saying like 5-minute abs, 10-minute abs, 15-minute abs, whatever. And typically it's a bunch of girls Not always, but typically it's a bunch of girls. And I think for the most part, the fitness community, people that are relatively active within the fitness industry know that like you're not gonna grow your abs in 5, 10, 15 minutes, whatever. Obviously there's still tons of people out there that think they're gonna grow their abs and have visible abs within 15 minutes. For anybody that believes that, I want you to go to any one of those 15-minute ab videos and actually look at the size of their abs, right? The physical size of their abs. If you look at any of those videos, right? Anybody that's thin and lean, none of them have like big blocky abs, which isn't a good or a bad thing. It just goes to show that you doing ab training is not growing your abs, right? If you look at somebody's arm that's been working out, you can visibly see that there's muscle growth. If you go look, like I said, at any 15-minute ab video, there is zero muscle growth within those abs. It's just a flat stomach. Like I said, I feel like most people understand the difference between a flat stomach and abs, but there's still tons of people out there that don't. If you think a 15-minute ab video is gonna work for you, you might wanna reconsider what you're doing in the gym to reach your goals. But let's hit this last set. Stop yapping. Done with that. All right, last exercise of the day. I am just gonna film this one set because I don't have a lot of real estate over here and I'm kind of in the way of people. So let's hit this set of front raises right here. All right, as you can see the pump there a little bit. That's it for today's video. Three total sets of those front raises. But yeah, that's it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed this, make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe. Follow my TikTok, my Instagram, all that. And I'll see you guys in the next video.